Can you characterize everything that the Fed has done this past week as essentially flooding the system with money?
Yes, exactly.
And there's no end to your ability to do that?
There is no end to our ability to do that.
Is the Fed just going to print money?
That's literally what Congress has told us to do. That's the authority that they've given us, to print money and provide liquidity into the financial system. And that's how we do it. We create it electronically, and then we can also print it with the Treasury Department, print it so that you can get money out of your ATM. I heard from a bank in our region, a well-to-do customer came in and said, I want to withdraw $600,000 of cash. Now, we can supply all the cash that the banks need to meet their customers' concerns, but it just speaks to the fear and the uncertainty that is rippling through the economy.
To the person who is about to grab their car keys and go to the ATM and take out $3,000, you say what?
You don't need to. Your ATM is safe, your banks are safe, there's enough cash in the financial system, and there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. We will do whatever we need to do to make sure that there's enough cash in the banking system.
Will the Federal Reserve ensure that banks have all the cash they need to satisfy whatever withdrawals may be coming?
Yes, this is the fundamental reason the Federal Reserve exists.
I love that clip. That dude looks so unhinged too. Like his eyeballs are just going all over the place. It's like
I'm disappointed. I thought we were doing all Kamala Harris clips all the time for every morning show. You said that last week, so I'm really disappointed that didn't last.
Like I remember what I said last week. You got to remember, I sleep an average of 3 hours a day. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's your fault, man. That's your fault, not mine.
I don't remember shit. Well, if we are going to go with the theme of Kamala Harris, I guess she has been saying some crazy shit here lately.
So you're
lately
no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house? It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right?
Trey, that's where the cloud is, right? It's
oh my god, I love it. I love it.
She got that right. Like in heaven, right? That's
oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, there was another one and I lost it. I bookmarked a bunch of stuff, and it turns out when Twitter locks your account, you can't bookmark anything either. You can't follow people. You can't I knew you can't like repost stuff and like stuff and comment on stuff. That's fine. I don't expect to be able to. You can't follow anybody. You can't bookmark anything. You can't do fucking anything but send DMs. So and I found all this out after I've been bookmarking shit like for the past week. My suspension ends tomorrow morning about this time.
Ooh, so what are you going to do to get suspended again?
I don't know. I gotta think. But I've been like bookmarking shit for the past week because I couldn't like anything. So I was like, all right, I'll just bookmark everything. That way I can go back and like comment on and like and repost all the stuff that I've been like trying to keep up with. So I go to my bookmarks. The last bookmark is from like a week and a half ago. Like the last thing that I bookmarked before my suspension. So I can't find fucking anything that I've been like trying to keep track of for the past week. So it shot me right through the fucking heart. Thanks, Elon. This is what happens when Elon lets a fucking Pajit woman run fucking X. Now we end up with this bullshit.
Yep. What'd you get suspended for?
Trey, we can't hear you. You remember you changed your settings in Discord last night so we could hear you playing the game, and now we can't hear you on this.
What'd you get suspended for?
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus, I've been talking up a storm here.
I thought you were being unusually quiet.
Yeah. Well, so this is what you should have been bookmarking, Justin. This is the new hit movie, the new hit sensation that we're all going to watch.
Do something good.
A drunken man saves a family in a house fire.
Drunken civilian stops bank heist and saves hundreds.
I guess I turn into some sort of superhero.
They're calling him Blackout Man. Blackout Man?
Stop, Blackout Man.
I don't know who I am.
Sorry, say something? Just a shot. Nothing. Cheers. Wakey, wakey, blackout man.
Half the government wants you dead. The other half thinks we can use you.
Different side I'm on.
Easy, cop.
The CIA wants me to run for them. I can use my powers for good.
I didn't marry Blackout Man. I married Will.
We're leaving at 0600 to take on the cartel in Guatemala.
Where do I come in? You'll be taking them to Margarita.
It meant nothing to me.
Everything okay at home? Not all of us turned into superheroes.
Why the fuck didn't you tell me there'd be civilians? Oh, we told Blackout Man.
And he had no.
This country needs me. And your daughter needs a father.
I need your help to terminate the rocket insurgence. I'm fucking done! How'd you find me?
Stat maps. Listen, the Russians say they got a man that can do twice your damage with half the booze.
I told you I'm done.
Just think about it. Oh, by the way, the Russian called you a lightning.
I wasted whole bottle of vodka on you.
Then all it would have taken was Heineken 00.
Any last words?
Yeah. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's so bad.
That's me in college.
Blackout man saved the day.
That was me up until about 4 years ago.
Oh, where was the Corey's here? There was a Southern thing. And see, this is the problem. I bookmarked all this shit and now I can't find anything. And I don't remember anything because my fucking brain is for shit. I'm in the process of writing a Substack. And Mark and I asked Mark what I should write about. And he told me what he thought I should write about. And as soon as I saw it, it just started running. And then I was like, all right, I got to stop because I will not remember. I'll write the whole
If it's a Southern thing. If it's a Southern thing, maybe it's this that you're talking about.
Yes.
I remember before Trump got out of office, I only had to put $10 in my truck, go back and forth to work. Then all of a sudden it's 30 to 40, and then prices on beer goes up. And hey, that's the working man's Gatorade right there. I remember.
The working man's Gatorade.
He's got a point, man. He's got a point.
He's not wrong, yeah. I mean, you go to any contract lot, any construction site. Yeah. If they ain't drinking, work ain't getting done, probably.
Oh, here's an interesting. 92% of voters believe Kamala Harris is to blame for covering up Biden's health.
I mean, the whole White House is, isn't it? And who are they covering it up against? Like, we all knew. Like, everybody knows. How can you cover up something literally everybody knows?
It's bad when a man can't put in 10 and 12 hour a day and have a few beers.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. We live in the wrong states. So did you know, and I think I've talked about this on the show before, in the state of Mississippi, it is legal to drink and drive as long as you are not above the legal limit. They don't have open container law bullshit. Like, why does it matter if the person who's sitting next to me is having a beer while we drive down the road? Like, how is that my problem as the driver if I'm 100% stone cold sober and haven't even had a drink? Maybe he handed it to me.
DD.
Right. Maybe he passed it over to me. He's like, hey, try this. That's pretty good. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it is pretty good. And then I hand it back. That doesn't affect my ability to drive. I'm half-ass convinced I can't actually get drunk anymore, but I'll be trying to.
I regret it the next day.
It's been way too long since I've been.
Stephanie, when I was home, my brother and I went to the local bar and we had a few drinks and stuff and hung out and ate and talked to friends and we were probably there for 4 hours or longer, just sitting at the bar. And anyway, we drove back home. And I was telling Stephanie about it and all the folks that we saw. She was like, how'd y'all get home? I was like, I had 2 mixed drinks and 3 beers over the course of 4 hours. That ain't enough. That's not even enough to have me like buzzed at all, much less drunk. Like I was basically sober at that point. could have just been drinking water. And the beers that they were giving me were fucking Michelob Ultra. Those are literally water. That doesn't even count.
Piss water. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I had 2 mixed drinks and then some some slightly hard water. That was it. How did we get home? Shit.
I know who's going to be drinking a lot probably over the next week. Apparently, everybody on Wall Street, because it says over 2.9 trillion has been wiped out from all major indices in the stocks during a global recession. Apparently, also they were reporting that Japan's stock market's like completely tanking because they raised interest rates for the first time in forever, and then like Korea's stock market's crashing too. So like basically everybody who works in the stock market's probably going to be drinking a whole hell of a lot over this next week here.
Man,
yeah, all my stuff's gone down massively.
This is so there are like 5 different bubbles that have been inflating. There's the stock market bubble, a housing bubble, and a banking bubble, and then there are 2 others.
Crypto bubble.
Yeah, there's the crypto bubble, and then what's the other one?
The crypto bubble is kind of already popped.
I say that, and the crypto bubble was kind of connected to the stock bubble.
I'm going to piss off all the people that are crypto friendly.
The stock bubble's still running. The crypto bubble is kind of petering out, but it's linked directly to the stock market in a lot of ways. So we'll see how
crypto's basically just a stock at this point. Like,
yeah.
I mean, my crypto's down about 7 from yesterday.
So anyway, there's a bunch of bubbles that have been getting very quickly inflated since. I mean, it started before COVID, but since COVID, they've just taken off, and they're all coming to a head at the same time. So Johnny and I talk about it on Peddling Fiction from time to time, and like there are a lot of like really smart people who pay attention to this stuff and like are experts in this stuff that are saying like when the banking and the housing bubble both hit, they're probably going to hit around the same time, and it's going to be like 10 times worse than 2008. We're talking like this isn't going to be recession. We're talking like depression level shit.
My thing is how are they going to blame it on? How are they going to blame it on Trump? I mean, because they will. Like, how are they going to actually do that?
Well, just if he gets in office, they're going to say like everything.
You got to let him win first.
Yeah, they got to let him win first, but they're not letting him win. I mean, they're actually trying to stop him, which is
okay. So are they? So then this comes back to: do we think the Republicans, or do we think the Democrats are smart, or do we think the Democrats are power hungry, or are they both smart and power hungry, and they're going to use this as the thing to like not use the election as the way that they push Kamala Harris off the cliff, but use a full-on depression as the thing that pushes Kamala Harris completely out of the public spotlight forever. Like they'll use incompetence or something and like run her out of office and then install whoever the puppet is that they actually want to be in charge.
I mean, it can go a lot of ways, but I would say the biggest thing that's probably going to happen is that they're in a situation where they're like, I'll play both sides so I can come out on top, right? Like, so if Trump wins, they're gonna push the whole like, oh, it's his economy, everything's blowing up, it's his economy, he's terrible. And then if they lose or if they win in the alternate scenario, like they're just gonna say like, well, Kamala was never a pick to begin with. She's done, and then that'll be kind of like if it fails, in that way. So they can just have it either way, I guess. At this point,
I mean, she's gonna fix all of it. She's got the solution to inflation, after all.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem?
Thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously, very seriously. And we
That's
know
one hell of a word
it's
salad.
issue in the United States that when you see these prices go up,
That's what happens when you get a question
it
that you
has a
don't want
direct
something you don't
impact
know.
on the quality of life for all people in our country.
This face right here. That's where she was lost. She's like, well, let's start with this. Oh, God, look all the way to the back of my brain and try to find something about inflation. All right, here we go. And the fucked up thing about this is just an edited clip. This is not edited. This is just a clipped out portion of this.
Deceptively edited clip.
It's not.
I know, I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
It's just a clipped out portion of the entire.
I know, but any time that they see something on there, they always say it's been edited. It's like, of course it's been edited. It's a 30-second clip. It's not the full 40-minute press conference. That's what they mean.
Yeah,
it was 4 minutes of her doing this. Like, this is all she did for 4 straight minutes.
That's awesome.
This is just the first minute of it. She went on for 3 more minutes and never answered the question. She continued down this same like circular bullshit moronic way of explaining what inflation is and why inflation is bad. She never actually answers the question at any point in that 4 minutes. It's fucking insane. And of course,
I mean, it's clear she doesn't understand how it works, or like she just doesn't understand anything about the economical system at all.
But that's why dead people and retards want to vote for her, because she makes it so easy for her to. She makes it so easy for them to understand things that their brains don't functionally get anymore.
Well, you know what else would be easy to decide if you want to vote for Kamala Harris? If you were being paid. Apparently, Kamala Harris has been busted paying influencers and celebrities $20,000 to attend the DNC convention in Chicago. So
I'm so honored to be a part of the creators that the DNC, that they have established something new, a different lane for people to get information.
So any A-list influencers who'd like to attend DNC will get flights, hotel, credentials to the convention, plus exclusive invites to private parties. Well, so that's how they're enticing them, private parties and events, and I guess the money doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
the money doesn't.
Shit, you know what? For $10,000, I'll promote her. For $10,000.
No more content out there, and I'm glad that they're giving us our space to show content. It's the newest way that we get information. Traditional media will always be there. It's always been there. But what we do know now is that creators have a lane. Your voice matters too, even if it's on your phone, through your tab.
Dang! Imagine all these bums getting like 10 grand just to go there, and then like.
Tell them we'll do the morning show from Chicago. We'll do it live. We'll set up in the.
Let's go.
We'll set up in the lobby at the DNC. I will keep the number of times I say retard to a bare minimum 17.
We should go, man. Say we're a news organization and get in. That'd be fun.
That would be the most funny thing.
Justin's thinking about it. Come on, Justin. You and I are only about 2 hours from Chicago. Let's go.
I know. No, it's I'm about 4.5 actually, but that's not. I mean, that's not a bad drive. I just don't want to go back to Chicago. I've gotten real comfortable carrying my gun in public, and Illinois is not real happy.
You can in Illinois. You just have to wear a certain color and be around certain.
You just have to go in face paint. You just have to go in blackface, and you can do it.
Take the 380. It's smaller. Speaking of Kamala Harris, there was and getting paid for attending events and stuff. There's a guy that I know from like a church organization thing, and we had a get together over the weekend. So this is the first time I've seen him in probably 2.5 years. And so we got to chatting and talking and stuff, and he was like, "You see all this stuff with Kamala Harris going to be like the next candidate?" I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's pretty fucking nuts, isn't it?" He's like, "Yeah, back in the late 90s and early 2000s when I was doing security out in California," he said, "they used to have like these newspapers that that had like the prostitute rankings for all the big like the high roller clubs and stuff all around like LA. And he said she was consistently at the top of of these lists in these papers. He's like, I'm trying to see if any of my buddies still have like copies of those. And like, I am 100% positive all of that stuff has been completely scrubbed. But it would be fucking hilarious if somebody still had some of that. Like, you know, I mean, my grandmother, whenever she passed, she had fucking newspapers from the 60s and 70s and 80s, like just stacked up, you know, newspapers and stuff. Like if one of these dudes that he worked with out there was like some sort of a psychopath hoarder or just like, you know, really super duper OCD or whatever, and has like a room where he's just kept all of that stuff for forever and still had that shit, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, I remember that chick. You know, she was on one of the top 10. It was, you know, especially like if he's like a high level ologist, he's like, yeah, it was December 8th, 1991. Like that.
But she's been in the public spotlight for long enough that I'm pretty sure if any of that stuff still existed, it's been scrubbed, and anybody that had it has been Clinton. I mean, yeah.
Unalived.
Taken care of. Yeah. Paid off.
They're now influencers for the campaign.
Probably.
Or they're worm food, one of the two. So I think if you don't take the influencer spot, you become worm food.
See, the Brits are probably going to have a problem with being Clinton here soon enough, because apparently they are doing things that their government doesn't like.
Be in no doubt, I was shocked. Those that have participated in this violence, killing of George Floyd, will face the full force of the law. President Trump, the police the US will be making arrests. Individuals will be held on remand. Demanding justice. Charges will follow, and convictions. The last week has shone a spotlight. I guarantee on racism, you will regret taking part in this disorder, and injustice, whether directly experienced or those whipping up this action online communities and then in the US, away themselves. In the UK, this is not across protest. The world. It is organized.
Damn, they're going full Canada on these people, aren't they?
They're going to give them Canadian healthcare. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember during the trucker protests, man. They took their bank accounts, they did everything, like.
Well, they've already started. Apparently, they've already started. Let me see if I can find the video. There was a video of them going around and knocking on doors. Can't find it right away, but oh, here it is. Yeah, so they're apparently they're going around arresting anyone who was involved, because what's happening is there was basically an illegal that stabbed like 3 girls or something like that, 3 little girls.
And they arrest the white people that are protesting. That's freaking brilliant.
Yeah. He apparently got off with like, I don't know, like no charges or minimal charges. Like they couldn't find, I don't know. They didn't. I guess they didn't have the paperwork, and they couldn't. Something like that. So some kind of legal loophole that he got out on. And of course, it's a female cop.
See, she can't even open up a door by herself. She has to get the guy to do it. Useless freaking woman cop.
Apparently, there's another clip where like a female cop like gets kicked over. But yeah, they're like knocking on doors. Oh, yeah,
this is because these people were protesting that a dude killed an illegal alien, killed people of their country, and then they're getting arrested.
Yeah.
Not because
and not only that.
Did they burn anything down? Did they like beat the hell out of people?
Some of them did burn some stuff. So I mean,
you got to break a few eggs, man. Come on, give them some slack.
Well, I mean, if
shit during George Floyd, you burn down a whole fucking city and it's okay, but you can't burn down like one
peaceful,
building
right?
And yeah.
Hey, look, man, calm down. That's one of the things that'll get you sent to HR. If you say you're voting for a felon, like motherfuckers, y'all burn down whole cities for a felon. That'll get the AR. That was in my on the list of things that were printed out.
See, this is why I don't have a real job. I can't play well with others. This is why I have to make up my own jobs.
The fucked up thing about mine was like,
by the way,
I'm like all the
coffee, please. I need to sell some stuff this week.
I'm like all the really good stuff is in my like private text messages from everybody that works here. Like, what are you? I don't even post.
You should have offered to turn state's evidence on everybody else.
Be like, you want to see all the shit that everybody else sends me? The stuff that I don't post? Like, nah, I wouldn't do that. I ain't taking nobody else down.
Rat.
Imagine if they got a hold of our Signal page.
Yeah, the ours isn't even the one I'd be worried about.
So what else has been in the news lately, boys?
Speaking of the stock market, I thought this was funny. Not necessarily anything bad, but hello, I'm new to the stock market. Is it good when the Intel CEO starts praying?
Yeah, so apparently Intel they had like a bad report. They had to cut like 300 jobs, like or something like that.
300. That's it.
Well, 300 like that's main staff. That's not like contract. Like
300 CEOs, you mean, or 300 like management?
No. Well, I'm like joking. Just like main staff. But yeah, anyway, so they had to cut like several hundred people and whatever, and then they also said like they're basically having to completely reevaluate everything because what they did is they went in huge on the AI thing, and you're a chip making company. Like, why are you concerned with the AI stuff?
But AI is garbage. AI is absolute garbage. It's really good at writing emails, and that's about it. Like, other than writing emails or using it for like bio stuff, I use it for when I'm doing a blog post for my photography page. Like, that's it. It's all it's good for. It is literally absolute garbage after that point. And all these companies on AI like crazy, and it is not going to pan out. And now they're going after. I was listening to something the other day, and now they're pushing quantum computing again. Like, they need something. They need something to take hold so that they can do more business, but they can't get that thing to take hold. And AI is not it. And all these companies investing in AI are going to be, as we're seeing, are going to be absolute garbage in about 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the 2000 tech bubble all over.
Yeah,
the .com bubble all over.
Yeah,
it's like AI. It's just gonna be the AI bubble.
Everybody should be shorting those. Not. Never mind. That's not.
Not financial advice, but
not
maybe.
financial advice.
One, the Intel CEO posts scripture every Sunday. Like, if you scroll through he has like, he's a very devout Christian, and he posts scripture literally every Sunday on his Twitter feed. So like,
yeah, somebody else posted that. They're like, yeah, he's a Christian. He posts this all the time. But it's just funny the timing, because he's the stock drops like 50%, and then he posts like a proverb. It's like it's about like making it like the exact proverb was like making it through something, or like having a vision or something like that. I forget.
Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. If you're an investor and you see this, your stock taking a dip, you want to know that this guy's gonna like think things through and make good decisions.
Yeah.
Quoting proverbs probably isn't a bad start.
Yeah. But just like from an average person, just like watching, oh god, he's having to pray hard about this.
I don't know, man. Things are gonna dip, and we know that things are gonna go down big time. It shouldn't be a shock to anybody. It should not be a shock to anybody.
Like, especially like the gains that we've made, like the S&P is like up.
But it's all fake. None of it's real.
Some of it's real. I would say it's like
I would say 50% is not real.
Yeah, half and half is fake. But the fake half is generally from people who are big money interest or involved in the government. That's where the fake half is. It's like, oh yeah, Nancy Pelosi's getting paid $200,000 a year, and then she's just throwing it in whatever she's on a committee on and making millions. So.
Yeah, I mean, like the only thing that's gold, silver, all the standards, like just invest in that stuff. It's going to steadily go up.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Yes. Sorry.
I love how like people do that, because it's like, well, why can't anyone just give financial advice? Like, if you think that's what it is, you could just like, I don't know. I don't know why there's legalese around that.
Because lawyers suck. Don't you remember that Simpsons episode where Lionel Hutz is like, don't you remember? Could you imagine a world without lawyers? And everybody's like hugging and they're dancing in a circle and there's like peace signs everywhere. And then Lionel Hutz goes, oh, and then he cuts back to him. Like, and who are mostly lawyers?
People happy. Yeah, have people happy. We can't have more White Boy Summer, obviously.
White Boy Summer's been great so far. I've enjoyed it.
Justin's clearly intently looking for something.
Justin, you're muted.
Oh, my bad. Speaking of White Boy Summer, there's not a single one of them. There's not a single one of them in this picture. This is the men's 100-meter dash. This was the tightest 100-meter dash ever. 0.12 seconds was the difference between first place and last place in this race.
And also,
0.03 seconds was the difference between medaling and not medaling at all. And 5/1000ths of a second was the difference between first and second place. This was like the closest 100-meter dash in Olympic history. And it was like they had to like really go back to the reviews. The American
dude with the head. There's a dude like putting his head forward. Is he the one that won?
Yeah, his
tan colored shirt.
Yeah, I don't know.
The red and blue.
Third one.
This one here.
Oh, the one in the front. Okay.
Yeah, his foot literally touched the ground, just like it was like boom, boom, like almost at the exact same time.
But they judged it by torso. That was the big deciding factor from what I was reading. Like, because his torso like leans forward just enough to cross the plane before the other guys does.
He looks like the other guys fall.
Because the other guy's running backwards and he's running like he leans his torso forward just enough. Apparently,
everything about it's nuts. But that's the closest finish in a 100 ever.
And they said that the last place, which was like 991, was the first place like 10 years ago. Like that was the first place like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Have you looked at like the times, like the Olympic records on some of these, and you look at like from the first time when they had like an Olympic record set back in like the 1920s or the 1940s up to like now, what the records are, is like normal human beings could compete in the Olympics at one time, and they were not normal human beings. They were like peak physical athlete, and now you have people doing shit like this that, like none of those guys set a world record. Like, for as close as that was, none of them had a world record of that.
I don't think anybody's gonna, like, for a while. It's gonna be a long while before anybody touches Usain Bolt's record. There's just no way, dude. He was a freak of nature. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna touch it for several years at least. Like probably it's probably gonna be another like 3 or 4 Olympics before anybody touches that record. This is like 956 or something like that, or 958. I can't remember.
958, yeah. And say he did 9.69 at the Olympics in 2008 for a record at that time, and then the very following year in the World Championships in Germany, he broke his own world record at 9.58.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, and like somebody showed the races, and it was like, you know, like those guys that were in the race the other day. But then it like if they compared like what it would have been like for Usain Bolt, and it was like him still like 3 feet ahead, 3 or 4 feet ahead, like a whole body length ahead.
Did you see this? Did you see the thing with Katie Ledecky, the American swimmer that finished literally 20 seconds before anybody else? Like she stopped and took her cap off and was looking around and just like, is she the only one in the pool? Like, is this a? And then finally the next person gets there. It's like, I saw a thing. It was the top 10 times ever in this race that she smoked everybody in, and that wasn't even her best. Like that was like number 4 or something. Like in the top of all of the top 10 records for the best times in that race, she holds every one of them. And the one that she did the other day where she won by like 20 seconds was only like her 4th best time. Like it wasn't even a world record time. It was just, she just smoked everybody.
Is that one of the ones that was competing against Leah Thomas, or no?
No. Well, Katie Ledecky's been doing, she's been in the Olympics. This is her 4th Olympics. So she's been doing it for a while. Anything else going on? I'm trying to look at some.
Last time I was interested in the Olympics, somebody hit somebody else with a pipe in Detroit.
All right, which is better, Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics? Speaking of that.
Winter.
Depends. You know, I kind of like Winter Olympics personally.
I like Winter Olympics only because they combine skiing and shooting. Like, that's the coolest sport ever. I don't care what anybody says.
I haven't watched
the coolest
this.
sport ever.
I've watched the skiing. I've seen this. The snowboarding is obviously the coolest thing. You know, like, yeah.
No way, man. You've never seen the when they do the skiing and then they stop and then they shoot targets and then they go back and ski. Oh, it's I don't know how they do it, man. Like your heart rate's up so high and then you got to stop and calm down and shoot. It's pretty amazing to watch them do it, and they're really good. Like they're great shots.
Isn't there an event for like horseback archery in the Olympics, or is that no? I think it's just regular archery. They need to see. They need a horseback archery event. Like you have to ride past and hit your targets on horseback. that would
be in classic. You know, like that would be in a like a Greek kind of Olympic thing.
Called like the Legolas event.
Well, and they'll never do that because that would give Native Americans an advantage, and we got to keep them on the res. We can't be letting them like think that they can actually go do shit anymore. You like run your casino, stay in your place, don't like, and especially like, can you imagine letting like an American Indian into the Olympic Village with all the fire water they got there? Man, and no bueno.
Man, you managed to alienate 3 different races there at one time.
See, this is why I'm gonna get fired for sure. I don't even mean to. It's just like, just happens.
It just comes naturally. I mean, like it just comes naturally. Trust me.
See, Justin's like Blackout Man, but for racism.
We need to do a super clip of all of his racist rants and throw them together.
It's like they need me. Like somewhere
white boys need me everywhere.
Like someone needs a racism somewhere. Like,
I gotta mark the timestamp for that because I need to clip the Justin's like Blackout Man for racism.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh man.
Oh god. Anyway,
so what else
I feel
we
like
got?
that needs to be an action clip. No, see here. I guess we could talk about how to know the signs of sexual harassment.
Ooh.
it's like
it's not a good thing. Sorry.
it's like porn, right? It's like there's not a way to define it. You just know it when you see it. Like this, she's definitely sexually harassing
Now
me.
we've identified what harassment looks like in the workplace. Let's take a quick quiz to test your
Her outfit's already sexually harassing me.
That's right.
knowledge. Chris approaches Caroline in the break room and says, "Are you a freezer? Because I want to stick my meat in you." Now remember, Chris's dad owns the company and he's 6'4", so this actually does not qualify as sexual harassment. Now let's look at another scenario. Jack brings you flowers at your desk and says you look beautiful. Now, although Jack is your boyfriend of 3 years, his father does not own the company, and he's only 6 feet tall. So this does qualify as sexual harassment, and the only course of action is to sue the ever-living out of Jack. Now that we've identified
Now, even though he's your boyfriend of 3 years,
I mean, Chad over there can hit it. So.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh, speaking of Olympic sports,
we missed the
we missed two of the most important stories of this Olympics. We got this one. Hang on, what I do with it? There it is. We got this one. I mean, this is China's own fucking fault. Like when they've spent the last 20 years selling their female babies to affluent white Americans, like what did you expect? This is the culmination of you trading your entire female population for I don't know why. But anyway, like I showed this picture to my wife and she was like, "Yeah, those are like accessory babies. Like those are you like so like not Nadia. We have Nadia, who is actually not my biological, but Stephanie's biological child." And she's like, whenever I would go places in Louisville with her, like other white women adopt Chinese and mixed babies because they're like accessories. This is like how you show that you're a successful white person is you have like a off race baby. Off race doesn't sound right, but I'm sticking with it. That's what I'm
Asian.
That works.
No, just Asian.
No, because it's not always Asians. I mean, a lot of times it's
mixed.
A little bit darker.
They like the mixed babies.
Yeah.
They don't want the black baby.
They want the milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Right. Right. They don't want black babies because they want them to have at least a little bit of culture bred into them. Like there's a chance that if you get them early, you can raise them right, and they don't go. Yeah, but
then they always turn into Colin Kaepernick.
Always. Yeah, but at least they don't go full Detroit, right? Like, would you rather have Colin Kaepernick or downtown Detroit? Like, you get that's your choices. So
it depends, man. I know some people in downtown Detroit that are pretty badass.
Or downtown Chicago, I think is what you mean.
Okay, Chicago. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go south side.
Burn it down, man. Burn it down.
Chicago.
Which I really hope that they. Yeah, never mind. I won't say that. YouTube censors. I won't say that. I'm looking forward to the DNC event this week. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, they're gonna burn that whole fucking city down. I can't wait. Oh shit, that's not. When is that? That's not this week. That's
is it next week?
It's 19th. The 19th. Okay. It's super late, like super duper late.
Justin, we still have time. We can go there.
We got 2
go there. I'll take the week off from markets. We'll go and we'll have fun and we'll interview people. It'll be a blast.
So somebody posted this. Is the Democrats actually the Democratic Party stuff or whatever? Like, because I saw this weird picture and I didn't understand what.
We can go in blackface.
So this is the Democrats that posted this. We're only 15 days until the Democratic National Convention. Who's excited? And it shows Kamala But like there's Michelle. Like, what is this? Michelle. I don't understand this. This is not a parody account, right? How did the sign say Michelle?
No, that's actually the legitimate Democrat account. I have no idea.
That's got to be from the last convention, and it's got to be when Michelle Obama was speaking.
Probably, yeah.
Pretty simple.
But it is funny though.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, they're gonna." This means they're gonna put Michelle in.
Oh God, I want them to bring Big Mike in as her VP. That'd be great. I think we all need some Big Mike.
Just imagine the ads that Trump could do with it.
Oh, I know. It'd be awesome. I would just play the Joan Rivers clip over and over again right before they offed her.
Speaking of, who do you think had a better chance of clearing the pole in this pole vaulting competition? This dude or Michelle Obama?
Oh.
Look at his face. He's like, motherfucker.
What country is he from?
He's like, God damn it. France. He's from France.
Yeah.
Look at his face. That like the face that he makes when his dick gets hung on the pole is just classic. It's like, motherfucker, I knew I should have wore underwear.
You know, at least he almost cleared it. You know, you could have a something like a clip like this go viral whenever you try to make the attempt.
Oh shit! Ow! Oh man, his leg's got to be broken.
Like he falls, but like the like way he just lays here, like he's just like.
Have you ever? All right,
his hip just broke, man. The poor guy's like leg and hip broke.
I say, did y'all ever run track or anything? Like they have so it's like a rubberized type of a track, and the infield is a lot of the same type of stuff.
Oh, mine wasn't rubberized.
Oh, y'all have the asphalt fields and stuff. All right, so I guess the local college Murray, where we did all of our like regional and some of the big events and stuff. They had the good like rubberized field and the nice infield, like the turf and everything. Falling on that rubber shit, I would rather fall on asphalt, honestly. Like that stuff fucking hurts. It burns you in a way like a little bit of road rash is all right. Like we all wrecked our bikes as kids, and you know got a good like some road rash from hitting the asphalt, and it just kind of like takes a chunk out of you, and then you wrap it up and you're fine. The way that stuff like it just like peels skin away. It's like
an Indian burn.
Oh God,
it's like a bad Indian burn.
Yeah, I clipped my back foot going over one of the hurdles in a 300 meter, coming into a turn and wiped out. And I came down like both elbows hit like protect my face, so I didn't hit my face, but I hit both arms. Oh my God, that's the worst. I've been hurt bad. Varying ways. That's the worst pain ever was falling on that fucking track, and the way it just peeled everything off of both fucking arms. It was awful. Yeah, so falling and hitting that shit, I understand why he laid there for a minute, because you could tell by the way he hit. Like he hit his hip hard.
Yeah,
that had to have hurt like hell.
It's the track and field athletes are insane. Like the things that they do, you know, like we talk about when the NFL combine is going on, and like you've got a 300-pound lineman that runs a 4.8 or a 4.9 40, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's slow fat ass." It's like, do you have any idea how how fast that motherfucker is moving to do 40 yards in less than
And
5
if you get
seconds?
hit by him, do you know what kind of damage is going to happen when a 300-pound lineman who's running a 4.840 is when he hits you? The amount of force that you're going to feel when you get trucked by this guy, like
Right.
you get earholed by him once, and you're sitting in a hospital. Like,
You got dudes doing 100 meters in less than 10 seconds. Do you have any idea how fucking fast that is? Like, human beings aren't meant to go that fast. Like, that's the shit's insane the way these guys, like, you know, we watch the pole vaulter like run up there and jam that thing in and go up and then fall back down and not even start to get over. And there's going to be people watching that like, oh, what a loser, he sucks. And like, you would impale yourself on that thing. Yeah, just go try it. Like, you'd be dead. Go do a long jump. Like, just try to run and jump from behind.
Throw a freaking shot put, man. Those things.
Oh yeah,
those things are heavy. Those don't go that far unless you really know what you're doing.
I tried it's not pole vaulting, but it's just the thing where like you jump over the bar. I tried that a couple times. Yeah, high jump. Dude, that thing's crazy because you basically have to like turn over. Like, you don't do a backflip, but you kind of have to like jump and like flip over, or like almost flip over, try to flip over. Like, some kind of weird way you have to jump to get over it, especially the higher you get.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
When you hit that pad, those pads are not very soft.
No, they're not as soft as they look.
That's why they have like 20-somethings doing that, not 40-somethings doing that, because it's a lot easier for a 20-something to hit that pad than it is for guys our age.
When I was 17, hitting that, it's not that bad. Me hitting that now, I'd probably just like be curled up. Let me take a nap now, guys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, it sucks when you have back pain getting out of bed. It's like, it's like,
everything hurts.
Yep. Is anything else happening in the news? I seriously have not been following anything lately. I have no clue what's going on. Nothing. Great podcasting here, guys. Good.
Trying to see how much the shot put weighs. I think it's like 14 or 16 pounds.
Somewhere in there.
Well,
I tried to throw it a couple times in school.
If there's anybody I want to do shot put, it's probably this guy. This guy can probably throw a pretty good shot put, I bet.
16 pounds.
I think this guy can do a lot with 16 pounds. Look.
Oh, we consider perfect foreplay.
Wings, lasagna. Hold on, I see it now. Baked macaroni and cheese.
This is the foreplay?
The foreplay, right? So I got one more, and lamb chops. That's the best foreplay because you put.
Oh, we.
Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, one more.
I got one more. I got lamb chop.
Oh, shit.
He's putting the 4 items on his plate. The four plate, right?
That's so brilliant.
He like foreplay. Foreplay? What's that? We straight fucking. Give me my plate. Let me eat, and then we get at it. Good God. Let's see.
So it looks like they're calling it Black Monday today because the stocks are going down.
Let's see. The
everything's red, so
the gold medal winner for the shot put threw the shot put 22.9 meters. That's a 16-pound ball, 22.9 meters. That is, fuck me.
No. What?
That's 75 feet.
Jesus.
That's he threw a 16-pound ball 75 fucking feet.
Jeez.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's almost like he almost takes somebody out like you're shooting at him, like you throw that and like aim and target and hit somebody.
It's like, see that motherfucker way over there? Watch this. Ooh. Boom. Dead. That's the guy you want in the foxhole lobbing grenades across the line. It's like, hey, enemy bunker's about 1,000 yards or 100 yards that way. You're like, oh yeah, this thing weighs like 2 pounds. I got this shit. It's like, tell him to step back a little further. I don't want to overthrow him. Have you ever seen the stuff about John Elway when he played baseball in college? They said Elway would stand at home plate and just fire balls out in the outfield, like straight to center field. And every once in a while, he'd get one to clear. And he wasn't hitting, he was throwing. Like he's standing at home plate, just throwing baseballs over the center field fence. Like just like
that's crazy.
Dude had a cannon on him.
Dude, just imagine if he would have played baseball professionally. Like
he was one of the last football players that had massive class.
Is he still working for the or like in the front office with the Broncos, or did he like step away from that?
I think he's in behind the scenes more now. Like he's not really working. I don't think he does much publicly with them anymore. I know doesn't he have the John Elway Foundation? He does a lot of work with that, I'm pretty sure. Like the Elway Foundation. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's actually he's just a consultant now. He doesn't really work with the team anymore. That's probably for the best. That's one of those things that like great former players get involved with like front office stuff and then just completely fucking suck. And it's like, yeah, maybe
like Michael Jordan buying a team.
Yeah.
Wait, he bought a team?
Michael Jordan
he owns part of part of the Hornets or whatever, or he did.
So Michael Jordan was a part owner with the Washington Wizards before he made his little brief playing stint with the Wizards, and then I think he sold his share of the Wizards and bought into the Bobcats, which are now the Hornets again. So I never understood. Well, I guess whenever they left from New Orleans, or from when they left Charlotte and went to New Orleans, they stayed as the Hornets. So then when Charlotte got a new team, they were the Bobcats, but then the Hornets became the Pelicans so that the Bobcats could then become the Hornets again. And it's like 45 layers of just pure fucking retarded.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.